बनाओ।
जय भारत माँ, जय गीता माँ, जय भारत माँ, जय गीता माँ।
त्यागो सारी दुर्बलता को राष्ट्र समर्थ बनाओ। बंधु भाव समता ममता से सबको गले लगाओ, सबको गले लगाओ। चलो विवेकानंद मार्ग पर शुभ संदेश हमारा। गीता परिवार हमारा, गीता परिवार हमारा। ईश्वर भक्ति भाव से बहती संस्कारों की धारा। भारत माँ की सेवा में गीता परिवार हमारा, 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 गीता परिवार हमारा।
श्री गुरु चरण सरोज रज निज मनु मुकुरु सुधारी। बरनउ रघुबर विमल जसु जो दायक फलचारी। बुद्धिहीन तनु जानिके सुमिरौ पवन कुमार। बल बुद्धि विद्या देहु मोहि हरहु कलेस विकार। जय हनुमान ज्ञान गुण सागर। जय कपीसति लोक उजागर। रामदूत अतुलित बल धामा। अंजनी पुत्र पवन सुत नामा। महावीर विक्रम बजरंगी। कुमति निवार सुमति के संगी। कंचन बरन विराज सुबेसा। कानन कुंडल कुंचित केसा। हाथ वज्र और ध्वजा विराजे। कांधे मूज जनेऊ साजे। शंकर सुवन केसरी नंदन। तेज प्रताप महाजगवंदन। विद्यावान गुणी अति चातुर। राम काज करिबे को आतुर। प्रभु चरित्र सुनिबे को रसिया। राम लखन सीता मन बसिया। सूक्ष्म रूप धरि सियहि दिखावा। विकट रूप धरि लंक जरावा। भीम रूप धरि असुर संहारे। रामचंद्र के काज संवारे। लाय सजीवन लखन जियाए। श्री रघुवीर हरषि उर लाए। रघुपति कीन्ही बहुत बड़ाई। तुम मम प्रिय भरतई सम भाई। सहस बदन तुम रोजस गावे। अस कहि श्रीपति कंठ लगावे। सनकादिक ब्रह्मादि मुनीसा। नारद सारद सहित अहिसा। जम कुबेर दिक्पाल जहाते। कवि कोविद कहि सकै कहाते। तुम उपकार सुग्रीवहि कीन्हा। राम मिलाय राजपद दीन्हा। तुम्हरो मंत्र विभीषण माना। लंकेश्वर भय सब जग जाना। जुग सहस्र जो जन पर भानु। लील्यो ताहि मधुर फल जानु। प्रभु मुद्रिका मेलि मुख माहि। जलधि लांघि गए अचरज नाही। दुर्गम काज जगत के जेते। सुगम अनुग्रह तुम्हरे तेते। राम दुआरे तुम रखवारे। होत न आज्ञा बिनु पैसारे। सब सुख लहै तुम्हारी सरना। तुम रक्षक काहू को डरना। आपन तेज संहारो आपे। तीनों लोक हांकते कांपे। भूत पिशाच निकट नहीं आवे। महावीर जब नाम सुनावे। नासै रोग हरै सब पीरा। जपत निरंतर हनुमत वीरा। संकट ते हनुमान छुड़ावे। मन क्रम वचन ध्यान जो लावे। सब पर राम तपस्वी राजा। तिनके काज सकल तुम साजा। और मनोरथ जो कोई लावे। सोई अमित जीवन फल पावे। चारों जुग परताप तुम्हारा है। प्रसिद्ध जगत उजियारा। साधु संत के तुम रखवारे। असुर निकंदन राम दुलारे। अष्ट सिद्धि नौ निधि के दाता। असवर दीन जानकी माता। राम रसायन तुम्हारे पासा। सदा रहो रघुपति के दासा। तुम्हारे भजन राम को पावे। जन्म जन्म के दुख बिसरावे। अंत काल रघुबर पुर जाई। जहाँ जन्म भक्त कहाई। और देवता चित्त न धरई हनुमत से सर्व सुख करई। संकट कटे मिटे सब पीरा जो सुमिरे हनुमत बलबीरा। जय 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 हनुमान गोसाई कृपा करहु गुरुदेव की नाई। जो सत बार पाठ कर कोई छूट ही बंदी महासुख होई। जो यह पढ़े हनुमान चालीसा होय सिद्धि साखी गौरीसा। तुलसीदास सदा हरि चेरा की जय नाथ हृदय महडेरा। पवन तनय संकट हरन मंगल मूर्ति रूप। राम लखन सीता सहित हृदय बसहु सुर भूप। सियावर रामचंद्र की जय पवन सुत हनुमान की जय। उमापति महादेव की जय। श्री गुरु चरण सरोज रज निज मनु मुकुरु सुधारी। बरनउ रघुबर विमल जसु जो दायकु फलचारी। बुद्धिहीन तनु जानिके सुमिरौ पवन कुमार। बल बुद्धि विद्या देहु मोहि हरहु कलेस विकार। जय हनुमान ज्ञान गुण सागर। जय कपीसति लोक उजागर। रामदूत अतुलित बल धामा। अंजनी पुत्र पवन सुत नामा। महावीर विक्रम बजरंगी। कुमति निवार सुमति के संगी। कंचन बरन विराज सुबेसा। कानन कुंडल कुंचित केसा। हाथ वज्र और ध्वजा विराजे। कांधे मूज जनेऊ साजे। शंकर सुवन केसरी नंदन तेज प्रताप महाजगवंदन। विद्यावान गुणी अति चातुर राम काज करिबे को आतुर। प्रभु चरित्र सुनिबे को रसिया राम लखन सीता मन बसिया। सूक्ष्म रूप धरि सियहि दिखावा विकट रूप धरि लंक जरावा। भीम रूप धरि असुर संहारे रामचंद्र के काज संवारे। लाय सजीवन लखन जियाए श्री रघुबीर हरषि उर लाए। रघुपति कीन्ही बहुत बड़ाई तुम मम प्रिय भरतहि सम भाई। सहस बदन तुम रोजस गावे अस कहि श्रीपति कंठ लगावे। सनकादिक ब्रह्मादि मुनीसा नारद सारद सहित अहिसा। जम कुबेर दिक्पाल जहाते कवि कोविद कहि सकै कहाते। तुम उपकार सुग्रीवहि कीन्हा राम मिलाय राजपद दीन्हा। तुम्हरो मंत्र विभीषण माना लंकेश्वर भय सब जग जाना। जुग सहस्र जो जन पर भानु लील्यो ताहि मधुर फल जानू। प्रभु मुद्रिका मेलि मुख माहि जलधि लांघि गए अचरज नाही। दुर्गम काज जगत के जेते सुगम अनुग्रह तुम्हरे तेते। राम दुआरे तुम रखवारे होत न आज्ञा बिनु पैसारे। सब सुख लहै तुम्हारी सरना तुम रक्षक काहू को डरना। आपन तेज सम्हारो आपे तीनों लोक हांकते कांपे। भूत पिशाच निकट नहीं आवे महावीर जब नाम सुनावे। नासै रोग हरै सब पीरा जपत निरंतर हनुमत वीरा। संकट ते हनुमान छुड़ावे मन क्रम वचन ध्यान जो लावे। सब पर राम तपस्वी राजा तिनके काज सकल तुम साजा। और मनोरथ जो कोई लावे सोई अमित जीवन फल पावे। चारों जुग परताप तुम्हारा है प्रसिद्ध जगत उजियारा। साधु संत के तुम रखवारे असुर निकंदन राम दुलारे। अष्ट सिद्धि नौ निधि के दाता असवर दीन जानकी माता। राम रसायन तुम्हारे पासा सदा रहो रघुपति के दासा। तुम्हारे भजन राम को पावे जन्म जन्म के दुख बिसरावे। अंत काल रघुबर पुर जाई जहाँ जन्म हरि भक्त कहाई। और देवता चित्त न धरई हनुमत से सर्व सुख करई। संकट कटे मिटे सब पीरा जो सुमिरे हनुमत बलबीरा। जय 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 हनुमान गोसाई कृपा करहु गुरुदेव की नाई। जो सत बार पाठ कर कोई छूट ही बंदी महासुख होई। जो यह पढ़े हनुमान चालीसा होय सिद्धि साखी गौरीसा। तुलसीदास सदा हरि चेरा कीजय नाथ हृदय महडेरा। पवन तनय संकट हरन मंगल मूर्ति रूप। राम लखन सीता सहित हृदय बसहु सुर भूप। सियावर रामचंद्र की जय पवन सुत हनुमान की जय। उमापति महादेव की जय।
Jai Shri Krishna to each and everyone present here. Welcome you all to world's largest online Gita Santha. Before proceeding with this session, I bow in the feet of Lord Krishna and taking blessings of Param Pujya Swami Shri Govind Dev Giriji Maharaj. Maya and Bhagwan are one entity only with faces on opposite side. Bhagwan is Nirgunatmak, whereas Maya is Gunatmak. Maya is Shakti and Bhagwan is Shaktiman. So there is no Shakti without Shaktiman, nor Shaktiman without Shakti. Hence Shri Bhagwan has said, Daivi Yesha Gudmayi Mama Maya Duratyaya Mami Vayu Prapadyanti Mayami Tantaranti De. So now let's begin our session with the prayer. Prayer works wonder. So for prayer, I would like to call Geeta Vrati Geeta Shahadidi. She is from Vadodara. She is giving her seva as a co-trainer, examiner, techno-star. She is associated with Geeta Parivar since March 2021 and she is Geeta Vrati. I am pleased to invite you. Thank you so much. Please welcome me.
Jai Shri Krishna. Vasudeva Sutan Devam Kausachanuramardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnau Vande Jagatgurum Krishnau Vande Jagatgurum.
Thank you so much, Didi, for this beautiful prayer. Now we will have our traditional auspicious Deep Prajwalana. So for Deep Prajwalana, I would like to call Mahavir Agrawal Bhayaji. He is from Kanpur. He is retired from Income Tax Department, serving as a co-trainer and associated with Geeta Parivar since July 2021. Please welcome Bhayaji.
निषिद्धैरप्येभिर्लुलितमकरन्दो मधुकरैः करैरिन्दोरन्तश्छुरित इव सम्भिन्नमुकुलः विधत्तां सिद्धिन्नो नयनसुभगामस्य सदसः प्रकीर्णः पुष्पाणां हरिचरणयोरञ्जलिरयम् शरदिन्दुनिभां शुभ्रवस्त्रैरलङ्कृतां कलहंसकृतावासां वरदां शारदां नुमः वरदां शारदां नुमः.
Thank you so much, Bhayaji, for taking us darkness to the light. One important announcement for you all that our new album batch is going to start from November 17th. So please share this information with your near and dear ones. We have a question answer session after the session. So please you can raise your hand and switch on your camera so that we can spotlight you. Now it's time for our speaker tonight. I'm profoundly delighted to take opportunity to introduce our speaker tonight. She is known for her wonderful knowledge, our respected Shraddha Raodeo. She is going to explain us about 18th chapter, Moksha Sannyasa Yogo Nama, middle part. She resides in Hyderabad. She is BE Electronics and postgraduate in Diploma IT System. Didi worked as a mobile application developer and team leader more than 13 years. She is disciple of Param Puja Swami Shri Govind Dev Giririji Maharaj. She is conducting Śrīmad-Bhagavadgītā classes at her home more than 9 years. She is becoming the part of Gita Parivar in August 2020. She is the senior trainer. She is taking Gopal jail classes. It's blessed that we are so experienced trainer and most important faculty with us. And Didi is Vivechaka. Didi is examiner and she is heading the class monitoring team. Didi is associated with Bal Gokulam also from Hyderabad more than 8 years. So it's my utmost fortune that I got the privilege to introduce our most respected Shraddha Rao Didi. Please welcome Didi. Please welcome. Jai Shri Krishna.
Jai Shri Krishna, Kamlavar Didi. Pranam to you. Nice meeting you. Jai Shri Krishna, everybody. A very warm welcome to the session, all of you. Before we begin, let's offer our prayers to Swamiji and Shri Krishna himself. Hari Om. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Krishnaya Vasudevaya Hare Paramatmane Pranatah Kleshanashaya Govindaya Namo Namaha. Om Parthaya Pratibodhitam Bhagavatam Narayanina Swayam Vyasena Kratitam Puranam Madhye Mahabharatam Advaitamritavarshiniim Bhagavatim Ashtadashaധ്യായിനീം Amba Tvamanusandadhami Bhagavad-gīte Bhavatveshinam. Om Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Krishnaya. A very warm welcome to the session. We are very lucky today to be in this session discussing on a Durgashtami today. Today is Durgashtami and wishing each one of you a very blissful, prosperous, pious Durgashtami. Durga Mata had killed the Mahishasura, the demon Mahishasura. During Navratri, we all chant Durga Saptashati, isn't it? Durga Saptashati in praise of Durga Mata, who had destroyed Mahishasura, the demon Mahishasura. Bhagavad Gita is also 700 shlokas long, and she is also our Gita Mata. This Durga Rupi Gita Mata is also destroying Mahishasur within us. And who is that Mahishasur? Moha Rupi Mahishasur, the Mahishasur in the form of ignorance, illusion. And may she enlighten the lives of each one of us today. With those prayers, we will start with the discourse for the 18th chapter. Pranam to Devi Ji, Devi Ma. Till now in the 18th chapter, we have seen very beautiful description by Shri Krishna himself. He has given us very important knowledge about 3 types of gyan, 3 types of karta, karma. We have seen so far very important things, and in the last session, the last thing that we discussed was the 3 types of buddhi. How the sattvic buddhi is, how is the rajasi buddhi, and how is the tamasi buddhi. We also discussed how it is good to have sattvic buddhi, and we should be able, that should be our aim, pravrittincha nivrittincha. How the Sattvic buddhi will help us stay focused on the correct things. Karya karye bhaya bhaye. It tells us what is karya, what should be done, what should not be done. Bandham mokshain chaya veti buddhissa partha sattviki. This was, we decided that this is what we have to achieve ultimately. We also saw the characteristics of Rajasi buddhi and the Tamasi buddhi. Now we all are convinced, we are at a stage where we are convinced that wherever we are, we have to stay away from which type of buddhi? Tamasi buddhi. What we have to aim for? We have to aim for Sattvic buddhi. And the minimal level, the minimum target that we should be, at least stay at Rajasi buddhi, so there is always a hope to go to Sattvic buddhi. Now, once we have decided that this is where we have to reach, is it enough to just decide and stay? We want, there is one thing called desire, that I desire to be a Sattvic karta, a Sattvic doer of actions. I desire to have Sattvic buddhi, Sattvic intellect, Sattvic wisdom. But is just that desire enough? There has to be a decisive action. There has to be something decisive which drives you towards what? Towards this Sattvic buddhi. So, having understood that where we have to reach, we have to make a conscious decision on where we have to go and follow that path very consciously. And the thing that helps us to stay on the path where we ought to be, to stay on the path where we want to be, is called dhriti. Dhriti is the subtle force that will help one person to stay on the correct path. Now, as everything is having its three forms, Sattvic, Rajasi, and Tamasi, Dhriti, that is fortitude, the firmness, okay, that is also packaged in three forms: Sattvic Dhriti, Rajasi Dhriti, and Tamasi Dhriti. Today's session, we will start by learning more about three types of Dhriti. धृत्यायया धारयते मनः प्राणेन्द्रियक्रियाः योगेनाव्यभिचारिण्या धृतिः सा पार्थ सात्विकी धृत्यायया धारयते मनः प्राणेन्द्रियक्रियाः. Whatever actions we do our actions with the help of our indriya, that is our sense organs. Now, to look at it, it just appears from, if you look at a very shallow level, it just appears as if our sense organs are doing some action. But behind this sense organ, there is something called pran. And what is behind the pran? These are the different layers, okay, within us. These are different layers. Whatever actions are being done, they are done by the medium of senses. Behind the senses is the pran, and behind the pran, that is man. One small example I'll tell you, how we can see how interconnected these things are. Suppose we are very, very happy. In happiness, what we do, some people laugh, some smile, some will end up dancing. Now, when this whole action is going off, say assuming dancing, now everybody is dancing Navratri season. If we take that some small action of dancing in happiness, is it that the sense organs are happy? No. Is it that the pran is happy? No. Who is happy? Basically, the mind, the soul inside, the man is happy. Because the mind is happy, the action is transpiring into what? It is coming out through the sense organs. Now, what happens if somebody is very angry? Now, if the person is angry, who is actually angry? The mind is angry, the inner conscious is angry, the man is angry. And what happens? The breath starts swelling. The anger will come in the form of wind. Breath, the shwas that we take, is very closely associated with pran. So whatever is happening to the mind, whatever is the reaction of man, whatever is impacting the man, is transpiring to where? To the sense organs. This is how closely everything is associated, and from the looks of it, everything looks one. Okay, suppose at this moment of time I become very happy and you notice it on my face. Actually, it is not just the face that is happy, it is not just one or organ that you're looking is happy, it is the entire process. My mind is happy, my pran is happy, and that is giving the energy to my sense organs to become happy. This is the close association of mana, prana, and indriya. Together they are acting, and how they are acting together, they are all being ridden by who? The dhriti. Dhritya yaya dharayate. Who is controlling all these three? It is your power to control the senses. Something is there which is controlling your senses. Now, if something happens which makes me very, very angry, there is some subtle power within me that can control. For some people, they will immediately express, no control, they will immediately give out their anger. Some people, we have been taught in our childhood, if you are angry, count till at least 10. The big elder we try to remember different ways of controlling our anger. There is something within us which helps us control those anger, control our actions, control our senses, and that power is the dhriti. The determination with which you can control all these three is called as dhriti. For example, if you have a mobile, now mobile, I know it is not correct to browse through the mobile continuously, but there is something, continuously, the man is chanchal, it will start if left to the mind, it is going to keep browsing the YouTube and all other things. It is continuously going through the WhatsApp, but with my dhriti, I can control the mind, and eventually I can control my senses. This is the power of the dhriti. And this dhriti, how is this dhriti? Yogena vyabhacharanya. This dhriti is actually a form of yoga. How it will help us achieve yoga. Yoga is what? Connecting with the God Himself, connecting with the Parampita Paramatma, connecting with the superpower that we are actually striving to achieve here. This, and how is it? Avyabhicharini. How is this entire thing? Avyabhicharini, completely dedicated to achieve that level of dedication, to achieve that level of your Avyabhicharini Bhakti, Avyabhicharini Yoga. What is this Avyabhicharini Yoga? Is constant connection, unswavering connection with God Himself. Only thing that I want is God Himself. So sometimes, we how we see people working. There are some people who can work with absolute great focus. Nothing can disturb them. That kind of people, they have this kind of dhriti. Nothing can bother them. Some will have a little less dhriti. Little sound will come, they'll get distracted. Little distraction here and there, they get distracted. Boredom in work. All this doesn't happen for whom people who have a very good dhriti. This type of dhriti, which will have what? Which will, where you can control yourselves, where you can have a good control to achieve what? Yoga. Which kind of yoga? Avyabhicharini yoga. Avyabhicharanya yoga. This kind of unswearing, this kind of dedication, the firmness which help you achieve this kind of determination is called sattvic dhriti. Well, how do we understand this sattvic dhriti? Being able to control yourselves in worst adverse types of situations. The Swamiji always tells us about Nirjala Ekadashi, where you are not allowed to drink water also. Now what happens, this Ekadashi falls in the summer season. It is difficult to stay without water. Now that is also a season of mangoes. And now Nirjala, where you are not allowed to drink water, forget about eating food, you're not supposed to eat or drink anything. And in that, people in the family will start making what? Amras. Everybody is fond, and then the people who has a sattvic dhriti will not bother about it. Those who will not have that kind of dhriti will think, oh, this Nirjala Ekadashi has to come in the Amras season only. Now, then they start making a way out of it. It is Nirjala, no water, no, I can eat Amras. Amras is not Jal. That kind of ways they'll take out and regret their own decision and deviate from the path of doing this upasana, doing this fasting of Nirjala Ekadashi. This is not what is expected. How a person should be. I have decided the dhriti, the determination which will help you no matter what is around me. I stay focused on my upavas, I stay focused on my fasting. That dhriti is sattvic dhriti. We also learn this sattvic dhriti very strongly in the character of Shivaji Maharaj. We all know an episode where uh, Afzal Khan was sent to invade the kingdom of Shivaji Maharaj. This Afzal Khan, in that era when Shivaji Maharaj didn't have a very huge army also, in that era, he came with a big huge army of around 20,000 soldiers, and during his way to the Gad where Shivaji Maharaj was staying, he came destroying so many temples and killing people, destroying farms, fields, everything. It was very, very notorious things. He came on the way towards to attack Shivaji Maharaj. Now, when Shivaji Maharaj was there, he came to know about all this. His blood was boiling. Obviously, he was very hungry. And on his way to this Gad, this Afzal Khan, he destroyed the temple of Durga Mata temple. She's the family deity of Shivaji Maharaj. Must have been so angry when this news was given to him in the court. He closed his fist, and obviously this was very this thing. Any other king without Dhriti would have thought, how dare he does it, and would have attacked him back. He knew my army is less. I have to do something to kill, but at the right time. He controlled, and with his folded fist, he just said one thing. Ata Khan Vachnar Nai, means now this Khan is not going to escape my clutches. And he walked away from the court so that the others are not even seeing his wrist of the reaction. This is Dhriti, being able to control himself. And then what happened later, he created a beautiful beautiful plan was made to defeat Afzal Khan. Such a beautiful plan that without any army of Shivaji Maharaj attacking, not only Afzal Khan, from the army of 20,000 people, not even 20 soldiers could survive. That beautiful execution of plan was made. Why? Because of Dhriti. He did not give in to the reactions. He did not give in to any anger. Complete control of mind and focused on what has to be achieved. This is what is Dhriti. We all should have this kind of Dhriti. But mostly what we end up having is Yayatu Dharma Kamarthan Dhritya Dharayate Arjuna प्रसंगेन फलाकांक्षी धृतिः सा पार्थ राजसी. What is this kind of dhriti? What is rajasi dhriti? We all know rajogun is incentive driven. If there is some incentive, then only this rajoguni people will be doing something. So similar thing is visible in the similar character of rajogun is visible in the action of in this dhriti, rajasi dhriti also. What is it? Yaya tu dharma kamarthan. We all know there are four things that a human being strives for: dharma, artha, kama, moksha. Now moksha is something which is the ultimate liberation. That is something rajoguni people are not at the moment bothered about. This is mostly a domain of the sattva guni people. What the rajoguni person wants, dharma, they are also dharmic also. They dharma not only from spiritual perspective. Dharma means what? Our duties. If I am a teacher, my duty is to teach. If I am a software engineer, my duty is to develop programs. If I am a doctor, my dharma is to treat people. Dharma, doing, following your duties. Kama, desires. Getting whatever services I am doing, whatever actions I am doing, in return of that, I should get my money. I should get my desires fulfilled. Artha is the money. Kama, my desires. If I want a bigger bungalow, I want to have a bigger house. All those desires should be fulfilled with the help of money. So these are the incentives. Getting the recognition of fulfilling your actions, getting all your desires fulfilled, and getting sufficient money. All these things need to be fulfilled. The determination by only those people, the determination which help you fulfill all the actions, which are in line with these is the Rajasi dhriti. Falakankshi. Prasangena falakankshi. So they might not have dhriti for something else, but if it is in line of these achievables, in these goals, these are the goals of a Rajoguni person. I want to have fame, name, money, my desires to be fulfilled. These are the ambitions. Anything, any action which is going to fulfill my these desires is prasangena phalakankshi. Desires, these fruits are getting fulfilled. I will do, I will stay determined. For example, now we see this IT professionals. When I was working in my office, they sometimes used to work with so much determination, like sadhus only. They'll log in at 9 o'clock, no lunch, nothing, whatever on the desk only till the bug is fixed. No getting up from their job, from their desk, sitting like meditation only. Tuck 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 on the computer. They'll be busy for so long. Why? Because dharma, that is their duty. They want to achieve their targets. They want to achieve everything. They will be sitting. The same person, if is told to say do meditation, other thing, no, but what I want to achieve, for that they will be able to do it with full determination. Shopkeepers, we see, for so many hours they sit at shop, continuously attending customers. It is not easy job to be at a shop right from 7 o'clock till night 9 o'clock. The shop is running with a smile on the face. Not an easy job, but dharma kama artha, and they will do this. Had if it is some other thing, no, but for their for pursuing these three things, they will have the dhriti. To reap the fruits, they will have the determination to complete dhriti. This kind of dhriti is what? Dhriti sa partha rajasi. This kind of dhriti will be what? This will be the rajasi dhriti, driven by the rajogun. And the next, which nobody should have, the worst in this category, is the tamasi dhriti. How is the tamasi dhriti? Shri Krishna explained, yaya swapnam vayam shokam vishadam madame cha na vimunchati durmedha dhritis sa partha tamasi. Yaya swapnam bhayam shokam vishadam madame cha. How is it? Yaya swapnam, I want to do, but always in the dreamline. So I want to achieve, but sitting, in a way, बिल्कुल तंद्री लगा के बैठ जाते हैं. We say just dreaming. Someday I will become a great singer. Someday we will do, but no efforts. Swapna, in the dream world only they will be. And sometimes people, they don't have any determination to follow their dreams. See, in rajogun, at least whatever dreams they have the determination. If not for anything, their determination will be for what? At least these things, at least for their ambitions, they will have a determination, they will have control. For sattvic gun, they can control for everything. There will be a balance. They will know where to control, how to control. And no matter, in every situation, they will be determined. Rajogini will be determined in the action, in the places where their goal, in the direction of their goal. But Tamoguni will only have dreams, no action, no determination to fulfill their action, no control also. How the control thing will come in, it will come in the next charan. But Swapna, always in the dreamland. And Bhayam, anytime a task is given to them, what will happen? Oh, I can't do this. This is not something in my category. I cannot do this. Bhaya. Shoka. I don't have the what, everything that will happen in their life will come with what? Will come with a set of sorrows. So much effort I have done in the past. What is the use I have of doing all this? Whatever. If shok is usually for something what is happened in the past. What was the use of doing so much work? I studied so much, still not even distinction, only less marks I have got. This kind of sorrow, everything will be attached with sorrow. Everything will be attached with what? Depression, sadness, grief. And vishada is depression. No matter what, they are always in depression. No matter what this kind of dhriti, those people who have will always land up in depression. Every little effort, see, this is not happening, depressed. Little exams, no result is coming, depressed. The Vishad is depressed. They are in their own dream world, do not have the courage to follow their ambition, always engulfed in what? By engulfed in fear and shok, always in grief, and always ending up in depression. Madhamevacha, arrogance also, conceit. They themselves will not do anything, but will not let the others also do. What is the use of doing all this? Forget it, don't do all this. I work for this initiative. It is an environment, environment green revolution kind of thing, where we have to reduce, recycle, and all these things we have to explain people. Now, there are some people who will, cooperate very nicely. Okay, we'll do whatever. At least my effort in this direction will make some difference. There are some who will try, okay, if it is easy they'll manage to do, but there are some in this category, this dhriti, tamasi dhriti category. No matter what we tell them, मेरे अकेले की करने से क्या होगा, the whole world is using plastic, you are telling me only. No, and in sorrow, again, so much we have been doing, still what is the use, the others are doing, and they'll tell others also, what is the use, why are you doing, don't do. One person effort is not going to help, and they'll pull back everybody, forget about their own determination, they will pull back others. And look at the adjective that Sri Krishna uses for this kind of people. Durmedha means stupid, in those who lack intellect. Navimoinchati durmedha. They will not take up any task only in hand. The moment we'll tell them segregate the waste, no, we can do composting, we can have a greener surroundings, let us try to make an effort. But these durmedha, these people with a lack of intellect, will not understand. Ritisa partha tamasi. Their determination is in which direction? In tamo guna direction. They will always find some problems or the other in all these things, in all actions that they do. This is the tamo guni dhriti. And this kind of dhriti is something that will lead to what? Ultimately actionlessness, akarya. Always it will lead you to inaction, and this is extremely bad for the society. It is bad for an individual, it is bad for the family, and ultimately this kind of attitude is extremely bad for the society. So we should all be determined and do things in a particular direction, in a positive direction, and also encourage others to work in a proper direction. We should understand that this mana, prana, indriya, all these things are being controlled by dhriti. So when we are advising some people that this is not what is to be done, understand the logic. When see how deep these shlokas are at this point of time. See, these are shlokas are very easy to understand, but it is also time to understand the depth of the knowledge that Sri Krishna has given. He has not just told how to, what is good and what is bad, how to control yourself towards this direction. How, see, at any point of time we see ourselves lamenting, there is so much work in the house and now I don't have the time to attend the Gita classes. We have to warn ourselves, this my dhriti is what is showing me this, I have to find a way out. These are shlokas for introspection. These are shlokas to understand the depth of Bhagavad Gita. Shri Krishna has not given the knowledge only on the surface. Okay, it is very, very deep. And as a result of all these things working together, what will happen? There will be some, see, our based on our dhriti, on our buddhi, on our determination, on our intellect, the actions will happen, and as a result of actions. So the whole science of action has been described here. The whole thing, how any action is happening, the entire science is described, the thought process behind it, the doer is expressed, the characteristics of the doer is expressed, the characteristics of knowledge is expressed, intellect is expressed, determination is expressed. After giving a very detailed insight of this, Sri Krishna is now talking about the fruits that we get out of all this. What we get as a result is it's an outcome. Now the outcome has its own perspective from doer's perspective. It has its own flavor. Some outcome will be very, very favorable. So what we will say, I am happy. Some outcome will not be favorable, and that will be unhappiness. Whatever leads us to happiness is what? Sukha. And whatever leads to unhappiness is dukkha. Now again, the sukha and dukkha also are a part of this entire cycle that we are describing. So the sukha and dukkha are, because they are also part of all this. Dukkha is not worth discussing, but sukha, everybody wants sukh. Sukh is also of three types. Now, before we go into what are the three types of sukha, let us understand what is sukh. What is happiness? Sukham tvidani trividham शृणु मे भरतर्षभम् अभ्यासाद्रमते यत्र दुःखान्तञ् च निगच्छति. Sukham tu idanim trividham. Sukh is also of three types. See, this much analysis which philosophy has ever done. Now also the psychology, the philosophy, everything has become so vast. Nowhere you will find this kind of divine description. What is Sukh? At that level, if we try to understand Sukh, the point of dukh will never happen. Trust me. Now, when many people describe happiness in different ways, but our Sanskrit language is so rich. The beauty of Sanskrit language is seen in the definition of sukh that we get. The definition of sukh as per our scriptures is anukula vedaniyam sukham. Anukula vedaniyam sukham means anything that gives a positive impact on you. It is sukh. And pratikula means something which you don't like, which is not in favorable, unfavorable thing. Pratikula vedaniyam dukkham means whatever you feel is unfavorable, it is dukkha. It is a very simple definition, but it is a complete definition. Now, something with this definition also tells one thing, that this is not a constant thing, it is a changing thing. Sukh, we are now heading towards which season? Winter season. In winter, this year it's going to be very, very cold because it has rained very nicely this year. In winter, what we all love to have? Blankets. Just some time back, we were talking about the summer season also. The blanket which keeps you so cozy in winter. In winter, it is what? Anukula. So it is sukh. But what happens in summer? Anybody will try to get that blanket put summer. In summer, if somebody puts blanket on you, what it becomes pratikula dukkha. It is totally unwanted. So something which is sukh in one particular part of time, it becomes dukh at other time. So this changeability also, so they have not hard coded anything in the definition of sukh and dukh. This is a complete and a very beautiful short description of what is sukh, what is dukkha. And not only in our seasons, okay, even in our lives. When we were small, younger, even my children, if I tell them to sleep early, it will be like, oh, I have to sleep early. The parents, the adults are so lucky, they can stay awake till late nights, all that concept the kids have. It is like a punishment, sleeping early. Now in our age, in my age, when we become adult, I wish I could just sleep a little earlier. So much workload, so much work at office. After coming home also, they are logging in office, and then that becomes a luxury. The same thing which appeared like a punishment when we were in childhood, that appears like what? A luxury when we become adults. When we are small, the sweets, so much we will enjoy. But when we become big, oh, little sweet will put on weight, will get diabetes, it becomes dukkha. So the definitions, this entire experience of sukha and dukkha is continuously changing. If one understands this, and embeds it into the mind, then nothing will make you very happy, very excited, and nothing will make you very sad also. This is the beauty of understanding the depth of terms used in Bhagavad Gita. Now, Sri Krishna doesn't keep us at this. He takes us much more deeper into understanding of Sukh. What he says, he's saying, Shrunume Bharat Arshaba, you listen to what is Sukh. What is Sukh? He says, this we all know now, that whatever is favorable is Sukh. And how it is becoming favorable, Abhyasad Ramate Yatra, Dukkhantaim cha nigacchati. So beautifully, Shri Krishna explains here, whatever we are used to doing, Abhyasad Ramate, by practice, whatever is in practice, it has become happiness. Okay, like somebody who is used to eating spicy food. If spicy food is served to them because they are used to eating it, it is happiness for them. But somebody who's always had bland sattvic food throughout their life and they are served spicy food, dukkha, prachanda dukkha they can get. So this is what happens, abhyasad ramate yatra. Because of this definition of sukha and dukkha comes out of the habit, out of what are you used to doing. For instance, now some people early morning they'll get up, and go for walk, jog, everything. Some people, because they are used to it. But there will be a set of people, the office I have to go at 10 o'clock, no, 10:30 I have to reach office. I have to leave from home at 10. I'll get up at 9 o'clock. Easily in 1 hour I can get ready. That kind of people are also there. So the idea of getting up early is a dukkha for this person who loves sleeping till late. But for somebody who is used to getting up early, going for morning walk, for that person, this getting up early is dukkha. So, so sukha and dukkha. So the only thing, the event here is getting up early. For some who are used to getting up early, it is happiness because they are abhyasad ramate, because they are used to it. And for some it is sadness because they are not used to it. This is a simple thing Shri Krishna tells, but it is very deep. And how it is, this is what will lead to end of the pain, because what I am used to doing, it is going to make me happy. And it is somebody who is used to having ACs, they'll be happy. They're feeling relieved. My pain ends here when the AC is on. But for some who will have a continuous sinus infection in the presence of AC, what will happen? The moment the AC will start, sur, fever next day, for them, it is starting of a pain. So it is a very relative term. After understanding this definition, Shri Krishna is telling now this is also of three types, and that description is super interesting, and everybody should try to understand, because your actions will depend on all this understanding. What Shri Krishna says about first the sattvic sukha. Yattadagre vishamiva परिणामे मृतोपमम् तत्सुखं सात्विकं प्रोक्तम् आत्मबुद्धिप्रसादजम् yattadagre vishamiva. In the beginning, it is like a poison. Okay, it is like what? It is very painful. But pariname mritopamam, pariname amrita upamam. It is like amrit, the result. Parinama means result. We all know. In the end, it is like amrit. So, Bhagavad Gita classes only. It is a sattvic sukha, getting to learn Śrīmad-Bhagavadgītā. But initially, what happens when you log in? Oh, 40 minutes I have to wait, sit for 40 minutes. Some people are not even used to sitting for 40 minutes. Then that group chanting will start. Everybody is saying the shlokas. I am not able to hear my own voice only. Initially, it is so painful for some people. It's so difficult. But gradually they understand. In this group chanting, when everybody is chanting, my voice also, I am also getting encouraged to chant. Parinami Amrita Upamam. It is like Amrit, because ultimately, oh, I can also chant with them, like them. And then that noise doesn't bother you. Gradually, by the time people reach level 3, level 4, what happens? The focus, the concentration increases so much that even if 20 people are chanting with full dedication, we see in our classes, the sadhaks are chanting. How is this sukh? How is this happiness? It is sattvic happiness. And where it is leading you all? It is leading to Atma Buddhi Prasadajam. It is going to lead you to Atma Buddhi. First, it is going to lead you to what? Purity of your own mind. This entire effort that we all are putting in to learn Bhagavad Gita, it is going to do what? It is going to purify the mind, purify the actions, and lead to what? Ultimately self realization. Atma Buddhi Prasadajam. This is not only with the Bhagavad Gita classes, anything. Even in our daily lives. See, daily lives, this example of exercising we were discussing some time back. Getting up early, going for a walk. Somebody who is not used to getting up early, 4 o'clock, who will go running, jogging. So this yoga, who will do Surya Namaskar every day. Initially, when people start doing Surya Namaskar for first few days, it is sometimes painful also. The leg is paining, the back is paining, all this. Yeah, agra means in the beginning, at first. So what happens? This is painful. It is like poison. In the beginning, getting up early, the stretches they'll make the people do, the yoga also, hands leg paining in the beginning, it is all painful. But what is the parinam? What is the result? You will get good health, good focus, healthy mind, healthy body, everything you will get. That is a best result. This is what sattvic. So any kind of happiness, any result which looks painful in the beginning, but it is its result is good, beautiful in the end. It is hitakarak. It leads you to a healthy mind. It leads you to self realization. Takes you on the path of what? Achieving the supreme, achieving the knowledge. That is what sattvic sukh. And then the one that we usually have, the one of the mediocre category, but also a little dangerous one. Vishayendriya sanyogat yattadagre mritopamam pariname vishamiva tatsukham rajasam smritam. How is this rajasi sukh? Vishayendriya sanyogat. First, this is arriving out of what? This kind of sukh. It comes from what? It comes due to engagement with what? The subjects, the different objects of this world. Hmm. For instance, some people so engrossed in let me earn more money to get beautiful saris, beautiful ornaments, because Vishayendriya sanyogat. Hmm. Nowadays we see for small events, so much money they will spend for just decking up one event. They'll wear 10,000 rupees dress for 2 events and gone. Waste of money. Vishayendriya, how is all this thing happening? Ultimate result was what? That the money is being wasted. Small example I'm giving. Those who are doing, but the happiness is short lived. It is only at the beginning. But ultimately, what is the result? It is Vishamiva. For we were talking about sweets some time back. The sweets now, again, festival season, we all want to eat laddus, pedas, everything. What happens? People with diabetes, they know that I'm not supposed to eat sweets, I should not be eating sweets. But what happens? Vishayendriya sanyogat, because my sense organs, my taste buds are saying it is yummy, I have to eat. But and yattadagri mritopamam, when I eat I feel very very happy. But then what happens? Pariname, the the sugar will shoot, and then extra injections, extra insulin. That is the parinam, that is the result. That result is vishamiva. People with diabetes, okay, let me eat little. No, nothing happens now. Navami, Puran Puri, let me eat. Laddu, let me eat. Why? I can take extra dose of insulin and control it. But we all should know diabetes is what? It is a gateway to different diseases. So it has to be controlled. It has to be controlled at any cost. So we have to be careful with how our sense organs are getting engrossed with the subjects around us. And then we have to understand that something which is appearing very attractive initially, but its results are going to be what? not beneficial for students also. Now what happens? Now first terminal exam is getting over. Initially throughout the term, let me enjoy a little bit Netflix series. Oh, something new has come, let me watch, let me read something else. There is time for exams. What happens? In this, all the time is getting wasted, all of a sudden realizing in the next week the exam is coming. What happens? Initially all these other activities which a person kept doing, what happened? It appeared like amrit, that I'm involving myself, I'm entertaining myself, but what was the end result? Now the studies are not done, and where it is going to give, the dukkha is going to come when the results will come. When the exam results are out, there will be sorrow. So this is what is Rajasi Sukh. This is Tat Sukham Rajasam Smritam. You understand, Arjun? This is what Raj. So this, after telling about this, the third one, which I really not even worth calling Sukh. It is very destructive. Shri Krishna is describing further. Where now in the Satvik Sukh there was Amrit. Where was Amrit? And in the end there is Amrit. Now in the in the Satvik Sukh, in the end there is Amrit. There is a good result. Somewhere at least something is good. In Rajasi Sukh, at least in the beginning there is Amrit. There is something good happening. At least some good is happening somewhere. But see the Tamasi Sukh, there is no Amrit at all. There is nothing beautiful about this kind of Sukh. What is it? Yadagre chanubandhe cha sukham mohanamaatmanah nidralasya pramadothan tattamasamudaritam yadagre chanubandhe cha. Even at the beginning it is not good. Start from the beginning only, it is not worth doing any action. We know that its result is also what is going to be uh, um, painful only. And how it is, this is done completely out of delusion. This any action, this kind of sukh, this kind of happiness is having no benefit. In the beginning also it is painful, its consequences are also delusional, they are painful only. And this all is happening from what? Nidra, sleep, excessive sleep. Now see, do not misunderstand here. Nidra in an appropriate amount is essential, but some people eternally yawning, that is not good. Any task they tell, the first thing that they do, now especially in the kids and all, I see the moment you start telling them, advising them something nice, the first thing that they do is yawn. That nidra, excessive sleep, alasya, laziness, pramadothan, the heedlessness, the careless attitude, all this, which is because the delusion of these three things, the ignorance that arises out of all this, the the pleasure, I will not even say the happiness, people derive pleasure out of it. There is no happiness in all this, there is no pleasure in all this, but there is some vikshipt, there is some very hideous pleasure that people derive out of these prohibited actions, which arise out of excessive sleep, excessive laziness, excessive carelessness. This kind of happiness that is being derived is tat tamasam udaratam, that is tamasi sukh. We are seeing how some people are, now the world is at war, and we see what these extremists are deriving pleasure out of violent activities, completely hideous. But for them it is, this is tamasi sukh. We see people are going on wrong paths due to drug addiction, smoking. It is neither beneficial in the beginning, because right from the moment people start taking any prohibited stuff, they are going to see the impact on the body. It is not good even in the beginning, and the result is extremely bad, but still people derive pleasure out of it. That is tamasic sukh. So we have to understand that we have to completely stay away from the tamasi sukh. Rajasi sukh is still okay, but sattvic sukh is what we have to see. So anything which is appearing little painful in the beginning, if its end result is good, we should try to pursue it. We should always try to pursue it. Mothers, how they will feed medicines to their children. she knows that the end result of this medicine, though it appears bitter, no matter what, but the end result of this medicine on my child's health is going to be good. Now it is winter season, it is time to feed chawanprash to my kids. Initially, how much they will cry for not eating chawanprash, but it is something essential for the kids, so it has to be done. The parinam is good. So whatever sukh, whatever happiness going to come out of this action is going to be the sattvic sukh. We all should be in pursuit of what? The sattvic sukh, because ultimately it is going to lead us to what? Atma buddhi prasadajam. It is ultimately going to lead us to the ultimate happiness. Now, having seen all these things, having understood all these traits, Shri Krishna comes to a very basic thing he's telling. We have seen that all the results that we are getting, all the happiness that we are getting, it is also what? Trigunatmika. Hmm. Every intellect is of three types. Everything Shri Krishna tells is of three types. All this science that has been explained so far is at an individual level. Gradually, Shri Krishna is going to tell us, is going to take us in the direction of the society. See how the individuals build up a family, the families build up the society. All these things that we have seen so far, they are also at a society level. And before explaining that, Shri Krishna tells that everything is Trigunatmika. Everything around us is made up of these three gunas. And what is the characteristic of great people? We should always be focused on that in every aspect of the personality, in every aspect of action and doer, everywhere we have to focus on what? The sattvic. Being sattvic, because such people are what? They are the ones who will attain all types of greatness. They are the ones who will take society in a very good direction. And they will be the ones who will be always the light for the society. Hmm. That is where we have to strive to reach. So Shri Krishna is re-emphasizing one this fact. Before moving further, he says, न तदस्ति पृथिव्यां वा दिवि देवेषु वा पुनः सत्त्वं प्रकृतिजैर्मुक्तं यदेभिः स्यात् त्रिभिर्गुणैः. What Shri Krishna says, neither on this earth. Now, some people who feel that Bhagavad Gita is for old age. Now, after understanding, after reaching level 4 classes, you will be convinced it is at least good enough for this entire life. We all, after seeing the 8th chapter and all, we will understand that it is not only for this life. Throughout different births also, it is going to last this knowledge. Now, beyond that also, Shri Krishna tells here, not only on the earth, Devi Deveshu va Punah, in heaven, in all the worlds, our buddhi goes until what? Trilok. Not only in this Trilok, he's saying everywhere, everything that is originating out of Prakriti is what? Trigunatmika. It will consist, it will have these three gunas. Everything will be consisting of these three gunas. The entire thing that we see around us is made up of consciousness and matter. Our life is made by mixing up these two, and it is mixed so thoroughly that we don't understand the subtleness of these three gunas. We do not see the effect these gunas are having on us. We have to understand the essence of the gunas, that sattva guna is taking us towards enlightenment and knowledge. The rajogun is driving us to activity, and the tamogun is taking us towards inertia, towards ignorance. We have to understand that there is nothing which is entirely sattvic, entirely rajasi, or entirely tamasi. Everything is essential. Everything is essentially going to have all these three, but there will be prominence of one of them. And we have to always try to have a balance such that our sattva guna is increasing. All this is true at individual level, it is true in all the worlds. Now, after explaining these principles at an individual level, Sri Krishna tells us how this society is also uh, divided based on these three gunas only. This is a very important thing. People think that there is division of work, this entire caste system, it is a highly abused topic. But after understanding these gunas at individual level, we have to understand Shri Krishna is explaining here, he is taking a social turn here and explaining that the society is also having a framework, and that framework is also based on three gunas. Based on the gunas, only these different varna, that is the Brahman, Kshatriya, all these things which we are going to see now, all these are also based on what? The three gunas. So not only an individual personality is based on the three gunas, this division of the society can also be done on the basis of the three gunas. Shri Krishna explains, Brahmana Kshatriya Visham Shudranaim cha parantapam कर्माणि प्रविभक्तानि स्वभाव प्रभवैर्गुणैः. The social order that Shri Krishna is talking about. See, this entire thing, people just term it as caste system and have very unnecessary opinions on this. But we have to understand that this entire thing is a framework. It describes a social order, and the social order is based on what? On two important things: swabhava, that is their own nature. Swabhava prabhavair gunai. Swabhava prabhavaihi, it is based on what? The nature of a person. So this entire division of work, division, the societal order that has been created is based on the two things: the nature of the person, and the nature will again depend on what? The gunas. So based on their qualities, based on their nature, the entire division of duties, everything has been done, and based on that, the societal order has been created to create four categories, which are Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, and Shudra. Now, very important thing here, these three, this societal order is not just based on their karma or on the actions. We have to understand that this kind of four divisions is not only present in Bharatvarsha, not only in every organization, every family, every society will have this type of four divisions. But our scriptures have mentioned it very beautifully, crystal clearly. See, any organization, any family, anything that is working, any country is operating will be based on four pillars. One pillar is going to be a knowledge centric pillar. Okay. Another pillar is going to be strength centric, based on Shakti. Strength centric, it will control. Another one is going to be wealth centric, somebody which will acquire wealth. And another one is going to be service centric, which is going to serve the internal and the external operators. How is this? Let us take an example of an organization. An organization will have a planning team, they will have a strength team, somebody who will be ensuring that the competitors of this organization survives against the competitors service. There will be physical security, software security, everything. Wealth centric, there will be somebody who will be getting investments for the organization to work, and somebody will be there who will be serving all these three departments, and also the customers outside who are helping the successful operation of this organization. Even at an organizational level, these four are going to exist. Societal level, these four are going to be existing. Think about your own families. There is the family, even if it is a family of four, there will be someone who is knowledge centric. There is one who is strength centric. There is somebody who will be wealth centric. Somebody is going to arrange for the wealth for the family. Somebody who is going to take the services and give services for the family. There will be service centric category. Even our small families, big families, any family will have these four. Organization will have this four. Society will have this four. Every country will be working sorry, on these four things. So whatever is being decided here, it is not it is not unlogical. It is very scientific. Our this entire system is based on the is very well thought. Our Rishi Munis have made this system. Now see, the organization, the management that we do is going to last for few decades. An organization on the basis of the management we'll do will survive for a couple of decades max. The organization that our Rishi Munis have done using this societal order, this has lasted for centuries. So many centuries that Bharat today is standing as Bharat. So many civilizations have got, but Bharat stands as Bharat because each of these societal orders, each of the everybody in these society in this order has done their job to protect the society, protect the Bharatvarsh. Shri Krishna is now further going to explain the characteristics of each of these further. शमोदमस्तपः शौचं क्षान्तिरार्जवमेव च ज्ञानं विज्ञानमास्तिक्यं ब्रह्मकर्म स्वभावजम्. The supposedly, now Shri Krishna nowhere mentions this, that this is the top, these are the highest in the order, these are the lowest in the order. Nowhere it is mentioned. What Shri Krishna says, that what are the characteristics of anybody who wishes to be calling themselves Brahmin. Now there he is not even given the list of the actions that they will teach, they will do this, they will do. No, what are the characteristics of a Brahmin? What defines a Brahmin? He has told Shama. Shama is the capacity of freeing the mind from all distractions. No matter what is going around them, a Brahmin will be focused, concentrating on the what is his job? His job is to acquire knowledge. Jnana vijnana mastikyam will be fully engaged in knowledge. Shama, damaha, controlling the senses, keeping mind free and controlling the senses. Concentrating, controlling the senses. Tapa. What is tapa? Tapo dvandva sahanam. No matter what difficulties I face, what will happen? I will stay focused. I will stay happy. I will not complain. Tapa is peacefully facing it and bearing the difficulties. That is tapa. Shaucham. Shaucham means cleanliness. Now external cleanliness is absolutely important. Before doing puja, everything, external cleanliness. Cleanliness of the mind, cleanliness of your thoughts, cleanliness of your speech, external and internal cleanliness, cleanliness of the actions, everything. Shaucham, this is a very important thing. Shanti, a complete absence of retaliation, spirit of retaliation. Now some sages, so much power they have spiritual power. They can if somebody decides to harm them, they can harm them back. But all this go, even having those powers, not retaliating, that is the characteristics of a Brahmin. Shri Krishna has mentioned, Taun Stitikshasva Bharata, for Sukha Dukkha. Shri Krishna has said, similarly, a Brahmin is expected to, stay strong through all kinds of problems. And Arjavam, simplicity. However, Nyareshwar Maharaj was simple, having no, thoughts of taking any revenge against whatever is being done about anything bad, any bad treatment done to him or his family is being mistreated. But how simplicity, and still focused on one. Jnanam vijnanamastikyam means whatever they are doing in the direction of acquiring the knowledge for what, which will ultimately lead to moksha. Their focus is on this. Brahmin should inculcate all these qualities. Sometimes people will feel, what is this? How can they always, just keep listening? One thing we should always remember: if some people find it very difficult to digest this fact that if somebody is saying bad things to me, why should I keep quiet? This concern comes for many people. But we have to understand, if somebody is saying things to you unnecessarily, shouting at you, saying anything notorious to you unnecessarily, and if we retort back, our karma keeps going. But if somebody is saying something unnecessary for no fault of yours and you don't retaliate, whatever doshas, whatever sins you have, they will go and get attached to the person in front of you, whoever is unnecessarily abusing. So Swamiji always tells this is like a Amrit Prashan Yog. Like if somebody is saying unnecessary to you and your doshas are only getting clean because you are not retaliating. So by that, sahanshilta is a very important gun. Sahanshilta means tolerating, being able to keep your control. Dama shama, being able to be in control. This is a sattvic gun. So the sattva guni people can have this kind of tolerance. This will lead to what? Um, Cleansing of your actions. So it will ultimately lead you to shaucha. Antar bahya shaucha means the cleanliness of mind and cleanliness of thoughts, cleanliness of actions that will free you from the sins. But this is correct for whom? For the Brahmins. This is not expected out of Kshatriya. For Kshatriya, what Shri Krishna says, Shauryantejo dhritir dakshnyai yuddhe chapya palhayanam दानवीश्वर भावश्च क्षात्रं कर्म स्वभावजम्. For the Kshatriya, what Shri Krishna says, first, Shauryam, fearlessness. Even in most adverse situations, standing up to the situation. So many examples we see of Shaurya. Shaurya, and this in our scriptures, this entire societal order is based on birth. Like it is believed that a Kshatriya's son will be a Kshatriya, because these things will naturally come to some. Suppose I am a teacher. From childhood only, the child is used to seeing how something is being taught. Somebody who's born in a Brahmin family will be listening to the chants from childhood. It will become easier for him to be a Brahmin. It will become easier for him to be a Kshatriya. The son of a Kshatriya, see, a lion is a lion. So his cub will be fearless from the birth itself. He is not going to go, that cub is not going to go and eat grass. Like it is going to be courageous right from the childhood. Lion's cub. Similarly, the same science, there is science behind all this societal order. The same science has been used, and that is why this entire societal order was based on birth, on Janma. However, when it was made, it was not so rigid. Gradually, lot of rigidness came into it, and then it led to different problems for our society. But the thought began with a very nice intention, and it was based on science. A child of a Kshatriya will always be also very strong, courageous. Shivaji Maharaj, at an age of 14, he was so courageous. Even when he was much more younger also, there is one small story I quickly try to cover. When he was very, very small with Shahu Maharaj was serving in Bijapur estate, and there he had to go to the Sultan there and bow down to him. Just normal reporting he had to do. So Shahu Maharaj once took Shivaji Maharaj with him, and he was very, very small at that time. While going to the court, he saw one Mughal, one butcher trying to, he was pulling a cow and trying to hurt a cow. Shivaji Maharaj could not tolerate it, and he said, "Leave the cow immediately." So this butcher was like, "It is my cow. I'll do whatever I want. If I want, I can kill her right now." And he took out a knife to hurt the cow. The moment he took out the knife, Shivaji Maharaj, he was so small, he took out his foot and cut his hand. In the air itself, people were shocked. What happened? That much courage he had. No, because my dharma says I am not scared. That I am in this kind of a kingdom, I am not scared. Fearlessness Shivaji Maharaj had from the young age. Now Shahu Maharaj was the minister, whatever there, everything was taken care of, and he was taken to the court. Later, Shahu Maharaj, it was his duty to bow down to the Sultan. He told Shivaji Maharaj also to bow down. He didn't. He was standing straight, the small kid, not listening to the daddy there, and not bowing down to the Sultan. So Sultan, for his own sake, he said, okay, no problem. He's a child. Okay, so all right. And Shah Maharaj took him home, and when he met Jija Mata, he said, what is this? This child, obviously how the fathers will react when children misbehave. Same thing. What he's not doing. Have you not taught him to do namaskar, pranam? So Jija Mata, she asked Shivaji Maharaj, Shiva, have I not taught you to do pranam, to do namaskar? Shivaji Maharaj very proudly, his answer is beautiful. What he says, you you have taught me to do namaskar, but you have also taught me to whom to do namaskar. That was the courage, fearlessness he had, clarity he had, and that is why we know how he has. We are existing. Our dharma was saved by the presence of Shivaji Maharaj. That kind of shaurya, courage he had. Tej, Tej again. The power with which even sinners will hesitate to commit any crime, that kind of brilliance these kshatriya will have. And dhriti, we have already seen dhriti in detail today. Daksha, cautiousness, doing right things at the right time. And yuddhe cha apalayanam, for a kshatriya, winning or losing does not matter. Hato va, Shri Krishna has told Arjun also, hato va prapsyasi swargain jitva va bhukshasi mahim. Tasmad uttishta kaunteya yuddhaya krita nischaya. Your job is to do the war. If you win, you will get what? Swarga, because you have followed your karma. And if you lose, then also you will be known as a warrior, great warrior. So you not running away is the important characteristics of a kshatriya. Dana, charity to deserving people. This the dan has been elaborately described by Shri Krishna in the 17th chapter, all different types of dan. The ucha koti ka dan, the best type of dan is what? Charity. Not you sharing is what? Datavyamiti danandiyate deshe kale cha patre cha taddanam satvikam smritam. That kind of dan, habit of giving should be inculcated in children at a very early age. So, and that it is very beautiful. Our scriptures are so great. Our kings were so great. Raja Harishchandra, when he was deprived of his kingdom and he went, he knows that he is a king. They are used to doing giving. They are not supposed to be taking. So once the entire family was very thirsty, and they saw a vendor who was distributing water. Now his son Rohit, he said, okay, give water to this child, and Raja Harishchandra walked away. Now when he was giving water, his son was equally idealistic. He said, has my father drunk water? My father just walked from here. Did he drink water? So he said, no, he didn't drink. He said, did you not offer him water? He said, no, I offered him, but he refused. He said, I am a king. I am a kshatriya. He said, I am a kshatriya, and it's my job to do charity and not take anything as charity. So Rohit also said, okay, if my father cannot take dan, cannot take this as a charity, if I have to work for it, I will also not drink water. This was the great character of kshatriya. And Ishvara Bhavascha. Ishvara Bhavascha means a feeling that he is the caretaker for the society. Nothing should go wrong in my kingdom. The kingdoms of Sri Rama, kingdom of Shivaji Maharaj, everybody was taken care of. The Ishvara Bhavascha, do not misunderstand that I am the king, I am the god of this kingdom. No, that is not Ishvara Bhavascha. If somebody says, I am the king, I am the prime minister, I can do whatever. No, I am the Param Sevak, I am the Pradhan Sevak. Ishvara, I am the caretaker of this. That Ishwar is not only the ruler, Ishwar is the caretaker. He takes care of all our necessities. That how a kshatriya should have. These are the characteristics of what? See, everywhere Shri Krishna has highlighted the characteristics of the kshatriya. And lastly, he tells about whom? Vaishya and the Shudras. Krashigau Rakshavani वैश्य कर्म स्वभावजं परिचर्यात्मकं कर्म शूद्रस्यापि स्वभावजं कृषि गौरक्ष वाणिज्यं कृषि agriculture गौरक्षा It is a very vast concept in itself. For everybody who is listening, very beautiful katha by Swamiji has been done about Goraksha. Everybody must listen. How this has been a savior, how this Gauraksha, how this entire effort of running Goshalas can become a national asset. The nation prospers when the cows are protected. Very beautifully Swamiji has explained in entire his kathas. This entire, any Swamiji has always said that the Vaishya means the businessman, that class, if they are not doing Gauraksha, then being their dharma is only incomplete without it. Thrishi, agriculture, Gauraksha, Vanijya, businesses, different types of trade. That is a natural swabhav of what? Vaishya. That is Vaishya karma swabhavaja. And then Paricharvyatmakam karma, every servicing. Now, servicing means what? Plumbers, electricians, everybody falls in this category. Shudrasya pisvabhavajam. Now, here be very mindful of the word Shudra. Here, the word is Shudra because people misunderstand it with Kshudra. They start thinking that Sri Krishna has also given them a very low kind of a name. It is not Kshudra, Ksha with a Kshatriya. That Kshudra is very menial. Okay, but here what is the word? It is Shudra, Shaljam Sha and Ksha. That is why your pronunciation was also very important. In my class, when I'm teaching, I'm always telling there has to be distinction in the pronunciation of Ksha, Sha and Sa. Sha. Ksha, Shatkon, Sha, Shaljam, Sha, Kshatriya, Ksha. Just interchanging this, the meaning of the word changes so much. Shudrasya here means the category who are service oriented. And they should never be looked down upon. Our Shastras also, the punishment is harshest for the Brahmins. It is most lenient for the Shudra. Why? Because Brahmins are expected to be the ideals for the society. This is the ideal thing. And taking care of Brahmins is the job of Kshatriya, and ensuring that the entire kingdom is working properly. This is the job of the Vaishyas and the Shudras. So now we all are talking to each other with the help of these laptops. That tomorrow my laptop goes, I have to go to a technician, light electricity goes, nothing we'll be able to do. We have to first take care of the electrician. Now where are the electricians? We all want to do puja and all in the morning, early morning. If there is no water, first forget the puja, cooking, everything. First call the plumber. They're the most important. Without them, the households, the societies will not work. They should be treated with lot of respect. Shudrasya, their karma is what? Their paricharyatmakam karma, that is consisting of servicing. So, and this class, it is the very foundation of our society. So there is no greatness that Shri Krishna has associated with any caste. Nowhere he has mentioned. He has just told the characteristics and the basic duties of each of the class. We should understand this and have a very rectified, purified perception towards all the different classes of the society and understand this societal order. And then further, Shri Krishna has many more interesting things to discuss, which we will see in the next session. Sincere apologies for crossing the time again, but I have a syllabus to complete, and so every time I have not been able to complete the shlokas, but yeah, and also for the sake of continuity, it was essential to take the shlokas together. So I apologize for the delay in completing the Vivechan session. I offer whatever discussion we had at the feet of Shri Krishna and Param Puja Swamiji, because of whom I am able to speak in front of you. Hari Om Shri Krishna Arpanamastu. Om Tat Sat. Thank you, everybody. Jai Shri Krishna.
Thank you so much, Didi, for explaining the whole session very gracefully. Thank you so much. And whatever examples you have given, especially the Shivaji Rao and all the examples, for that, especially thank you so much once again. So before proceeding the question answer session, I want to tell you all that Gita Parivar has started the daily and the weekly Parayan of Śrīmad-Bhagavadgītā. So all of you please join the daily and the weekly Parayan. Now it's time for question answer session. Yes. Prabodh Bhayaji, please. Yes, Didi.
जय श्री कृष्ण प्रबोध भैया।
नमस्कार दीदी, मुझे एक चीज जाननी थी कि शिव जी जो हैं ये तामसिक गुण के माने जाते हैं, तो ब्रह्मा और विष्णु इनमें से सात्विक गुण और राजसिक गुण का कौन है?
नहीं, we cannot say that Shivji is he takes care of destroying the destruction part of the world. He cannot call him. He is the Param Yogeshwar. He is the from where the entire yoga starts. How can we say that he is the he has controlled all gunas. He is the one who can control everything. He can control the tama. He is that kind. That's why he could, even after drinking the entire wish that came out of the Samudra Manthan, even after that he could protect the entire world.
Society,
So
world.
yes, he could digest it. Not because he was tamasi, because he is beyond the gunas. He is beyond the gunas. So for Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh, we see the devas are also under the influence of gunas, but they know they are beyond these gunas also. They know where how to control. That gunas don't affect at least these three devas.
हाँ, गुणातीत हैं ये,
हाँ,
इनको
गुणातीत
गुणों
तो है, but at the same time, see, we cannot compare them with these three gunas. Their domains are different. One is responsible. ये तो प्रकृति से भी ऊपर है ना, मतलब they are though they are the ones who have created the prakriti. Their presence is there in the prakriti, but they are not a part of the prakriti. आर यू गेटिंग मी? वो तो
हाँ,
प्रकृति को भी चलाते हैं. सो प्रकृति से जो उत्पन्न होता है, वॉट एवर इज कमिंग आउट ऑफ मैटर इज वेरी प्रोमिनेंटली हैविंग दीज थ्री गुणास.
थैंक यू दीदी. वो आपके पीडीएफ्स रह गए हैं दीदी.
जी, आई विल टेल आवर टेक भैया टू.
आई विल कंटिन्यू रिमाइंडिंग.
आई एम सॉरी दैट यू हैव टू सेंड द रिमाइंडर्स. आई विल डेफिनेटली लुक इनटू.
ओके, थैंक यू.
Veena Didi, you can
Veena
ask.
जी.
Jai Shri Krishna Didi, very beautifully you have explained everything. I have two doubts, Didi. So one, what I have understood, correct me if I'm wrong, is that each one of us would be having all the three gunas, right? And something is prominent more than the other. Is that what? Okay. So that's one. And second is slightly.
So what is the question there, Didi? So one of the gunas will be prominent. So what is the question?
So
that is how it is.
So our idea or our goal should be basically to move towards sattvic gun.
Yes.
Right? In
See,
all
actually,
the ways.
what happens? Yes, definitely. Now, what it is in the form that we are in right now, we have to at least try to become sattvic. But ultimately, what Shri Krishna tells Arjun is, you have to become a gunatit. In the 14th chapter, what Shri Krishna has explained, the characteristics of gunatit, that three gunas don't influence you. That is the ultimate thing. Now, already Arjun was primarily sattva-guni. Obviously, he had complete control over his tamo-gun, because we know he is Buddha Keshe, he can control his sleep and everything. So he was already at a point where he could become a gunatit. So Shri Krishna is advising him about that. But that is the ultimate motive. But before that, everything comes in stages. Now we cannot also say we are all human beings. For us, all three gunas are equally important also. But their proportion has to be balanced. Like in the early morning, my sattva gun should be high, my rajo gun should be very high, that I have to do something, get up with that feeling. Okay. And sattva gun, that time the tamo gun has to be low. But at the night, it is now suppose 10 o'clock, 10:30. At that time, what should be high? The tamo gun should be high, because it is time to sleep. No, at that time the rajo gun should be calmed down. So the entire throughout the day, all our actions are based on these three gunas. But even when I'm sleeping, it has to be controlled. Now that I'm sleeping at a proper time, the tamogun, it has to be controlled, that with the sunrise, I am also, before sunrise, I am also getting up. That control over the tamogun should be there. So throughout the day, each of the gun is doing its own work in a very balanced way. So we cannot say always that that sleep is essential. Without that, a person cannot work. Without that sattva good, it cannot work also, isn't it? So everything, action should be based on sattva good. If I suppose Gita classes we are learning, my aim is to learn Bhagavad Gita. So for that I need Rajogun also, but the intent is sattvic. So Rajogun driven by sattva. So they have to always work together. But at what time, what should be prominent, and everything should be controlled, that we should see. That is one thing. And then the ultimate motive for the penultimate sadhakas is being gunatit.
So how
Okay.
to reach there is the question.
First, that's what, step by step,
Yes.
become a rajoguni. That's what we have been repeating, that we have to stay away from the tamasi buddhi. Ensure that, see, the entire personality that we have has intellect, has dhriti, has our speech. We do tapa, yagnya, dan, everything. All one by one, rectify each one of them. Take all towards a sattva gun. When a person becomes completely, by and large, sattvic. This word comes from Swamiji only ki maximum they are having sattva gun. Once they reach there, then it automatically, gradually, they will be at a stage that nothing will impact. That will become gunatit. Now, how to become gunatit? For that, we have to first understand what is gunatit. And that gunatit, the scope of that is chapter number 14, where Shri Krishna is explaining Kairlingai Sri Gunanita. And then after that, after the question from Arjun, Kairlingai Sri Gunanita, after that, whatever characteristics Shri Krishna has told, all the characteristics of gunatit, that state we can live. First, we have to understand the characteristics of sattvic gun, everything, and then gradually, when all aspects of our personality become sattvic, we will be in a position to become gunatit. Okay, so one by one, is my action sattvic, is my thought sattvic, is my intellect sattvic, is my determination sattvic. It is so deep and so detailed, microscopic view Shri Krishna has given.
So we have control over it, is what you're saying. Do we really have control? Because or are we driven
Yes, by controlling.
what we
How
have
we can
done in the
control?
previous birth, or is it
No,
driven
what
by,
we have done in previous birth, we don't even know.
we
There is
don't
no
know.
question of controlling that. But what is in our control? The dhriti that we have now, our buddhi, our intellect, that is in our control. No, what is in our control right now is the intellect and the dhriti and everything, our actions, everything is in our control now. At this point of time, we have to ensure that no matter what, whatever is going to come to us, daiva. See, there were 5 things: adhishthanan, tatha karta, karanaincha prathagvitham. There were five things we had discussed. Out of that, one was daiva. Daiva means what? Whatever luck we say, luck is basically what our past karmas are. It is going to impact how your actions, what results you are going to get. That we cannot control, but the rest four we can control. That rest four microscopic description Shri Krishna has given. Okay, so we have to try to control them one by one. Daiva will be taken care of automatically then.
Didi, one more question. Actually, we have just recently completed, studying, in the class, the 61st, we have done till 63. In the 61st one, it says, Krishna is saying that Ishwara Sarva Bhutanam. Yeah.
We'll come to that shloka in the next session.
Okay.
No? Ultimately, I have to cover all 78. So yeah.
Jai Shri Krishna, Didi.
Okay, Beena Didi, sorry, because other questions are also to be taken. 61st, we will take up in the next session. Beena Didi, I hope you are listening. We'll take it up in the next session. That time you ask your question. Okay, Beena ji? I can see you, Beena ji. Okay.
Jai Shri
Yeah,
Shri Krishna.
Didi, just my question was only that why God has said, or you'll be covering probably in the next one, it's okay.
Yeah,
Because
I will
the
complete.
question was that why in third person? That was because otherwise he always talks about in first person. That
First person. Okay, okay. I'll take it up when we take up that shloka,
Sure.
definitely.
Thank you. Thank you. Jai Shri Krishna.
Jai Shri Krishna. Ji Sarojini ji.
Can you hear me, Didi?
Ji.
Jai Shri Krishna, Didi. I
Jai Shri
don't
Krishna.
have any question as such now, but I want
Okay.
now we are coming to the end of the fourth level. Suppose I have some doubt, no, sometimes I will not disturb you unnecessarily, but I would like to have your phone number. Can I have it?
I don't know. But what you can do, you can all continue to join the sessions and ask. Okay, Didi. Otherwise, from the faculty member, you can take. But yes, but for any kind of doubt, hopefully I'll be there for some or the other Vivechan session. You can always
Okay.
ask me.
Acha,
And
acha.
if whoever is your trainer, tech, you can from them you can try to reach me.
Okay, 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 okay. That's okay. Thank you. Jai Shri
I cannot give it in the Zoom meeting here. Okay. I
Jai
hope
Shri
she
Didi.
understands that. Shri Ji, Pranam. Jai Shri Krishna.
Yes, you can ask
Jai
Jai
Shri
Shri
Krishna
Didi.
Didi.
Please.
Yes.
Jai Shri
First of
Krishna.
all, Didi, I really enjoy your sessions, and please don't apologize when you go over time, because I don't mind listening to you for another hour also. And
That's so sweet of you.
I wanted to ask you the exact meaning of Shamo in verse 42. Shamo damastapa shaucha.
Shama Dhamma.
That
Shama Dhamma.
Shamo, what exactly is the meaning of Shamo?
Shama means basically serenity. Didi. Means, capacity to free mind. So even if something is, now for instance, now Dandiya, so much loud music and you're studying, that freeing myself from the distraction, from all the music around you and being able to concentrate on where one needs to concentrate. That is Shama. So being able to, yeah. And
So,
so basically, see,
taking
there is a
yourself
very,
away
I
from
know
the
now.
sound. Yeah.
Sorry, what?
No, taking yourself away from the sound or from the
From
other
the
distractions.
distractions.
Keeping
From the
yourself.
distractions.
Yes.
Yes.
And
And
Didi,
being
what
able to focus. Basically,
Yes.
the power of concentration is serenity.
Yes. And what exactly is dharayate, Didi? Dritiyaya dharayate is.
Dhrityayaya dharayate.
I mean, sorry.
Dritya. See,
Dritiyaya
Dhriti, now
dharayate.
this is, yeah, you see,
Dhriti, I know.
Dhrityayaya. This is this is a little, see why the word Dhriti has become Dritya. It is because of the vibhakti. So here, so it is in Sanskrit because it is done by the Dhriti. Okay, by Dhriti it is done, so that is why whichever vibhakti will come there, that detail we will not go into, but because of that,
more of the grammar of Sanskrit. Oh.
Yes, it is going into the grammar of Sanskrit, but the words there are Dhrityayaya dharayate.
Dharayate. Thank you, Didi. Jai Shri Krishna.
Jai Shri
Bala Krishna Bhaiya ji.
Jai Shri Krishna, madam.
Jai Shri Krishna.
Jai Shri Krishna. In the 39th sloka, last charan, Tattama Samudakrutam. You uttered that Tattama Samudakrutam.
I'll utter it again. Tattama samudaratam. What is wrong with that? Anything wrong?
Here you divide tamasa. Tamasa is a word.
That tamasa muda. Tamasa muda. No. You say first. You say once.
Samuda krutam.
No, da is dirgha because it is a long sound. Maybe you felt like that, but I'm saying it all together. Tattama samudaratam. Da is long sound. No, it can be daratam. It cannot be daratam. Then there is no aghat also.
You divide.
No, I'm not dividing. I'm not dividing. I am telling you how the division will be. Listen.
Tama.
There are three words. Tat, tamasam, udaritam. If I have to divide and do viched, I will do tat, tamasam, udaritam. I will not say, because daritam in itself will not have any, ritam will not have any meaning in itself. So it is mudaritam. Mudaritam I am saying together. Okay.
Okay, madam. Okay. I find something.
Okay. I think my pronunciation. Okay. I'll look into it. But yeah. Do you have any other question, Bhaiya?
No, Didi, we can take prayer.
Okay. Thank you.
It has been such an honor to be a part of this wonderful session. Thank you so much, Didi. Thank you so much. So, on behalf of Gita Parivar, I would like to extend my heartfelt gratitude towards Shraddha Didi. Thank you, Didi. Thank you so much. My sincere thanks to technical team and all the volunteers of the Gita Parivar. Finally, I would like to thank all of you present here. Thank you, one and all of you. Now, so let's end this session. So before ending this session, I will call to prayer. So I would like to call Satish KV Prayaji for the prayer. He is retired accountant serving as a trainer, technical assistant in examiner and associated with Gita Parivar since April 2022. Please welcome Prayaji.
Thank you. Yogesham Satchidanandam Vasudevam Vrajapriyam Dharma Sanstapakam Viram Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum. Jai Shri Krishna.
Thank you so much, Prayaji, for this beautiful prayer. As all of us, we know about the Ram Pratishtha app. Please, it's humble request to you all. If you don't have the Ram Pratishtha app, please download it and chant Hanuman Chalisa as far as you can. Thank you so much. It's time for Hanuman Chalisa.
श्री गुरु चरण सरोज रज निज मनु मुकुरु सुधारी बरनउ रघुबर विमल जसु जो दायकु फलचारी बुद्धिहीन तनु जानिके सुमिरौ पवन कुमार बल बुद्धि विद्या देहु मोहि हरहु कलेस विकार। जय हनुमान ज्ञान गुण सागर जय कपीसतिहु लोक उजागर रामदूत अतुलित बल धामा अंजनी पुत्र पवन सुत नामा महावीर विक्रम बजरंगी कुमति निवार सुमति के संगी कंचन बरन विराज सुबेसा कानन कुंडल कुंचित केसा हाथ वज्र और ध्वजा विराजे कांधे मूज जनेऊ साजे शंकर सुवन केसरी नंदन तेज प्रताप महाजगवंदन विद्यावान गुणी अति चातुर राम काज करिबे को आतुर प्रभु चरित्र सुनिबे को रसिया राम लखन सीता मन बसिया सूक्ष्म रूप धरि सियहि दिखावा विकट रूप धरि लंक जरावा भीम रूप धरि असुर संहारे रामचंद्र के काज संवारे लाय सजीवन लखन जियाए श्री रघुबीर हरषि उर लाए रघुपति कीन्ही बहुत बड़ाई तुम मम प्रिय भरतई सम भाई सहस बदन तुम रोजस गावे अस कहि श्रीपति कंठ लगावे सनकादिक ब्रह्मादि मुनीसा नारद सारद सहित अहिसा जम कुबेर दिक्पाल जहाते कवि कोविद कहि सकै कहाते तुम उपकार सुग्रीवहि कीन्हा राम मिलाय राजपद दीन्हा तुम्हरो मंत्र विभीषण माना लंकेश्वर है सब जग जाना जुग सहस्र जो जन पर भानु लील्यो ताहि मधुर फल जानू प्रभु मुद्रिका मेली मुख माही जलधि लांघि गए अचरज नाही दुर्गम काज जगत के जेते सुगम अनुग्रह तुम्हारे तेते राम दुआरे तुम रखवारे होत न आज्ञा बिनु पैसारे सब सुख लहै तुम्हारी सरना तुम रक्षक काहू को डरना आपन तेज संहारो आपे तीनों लोक हाँकते कांपे भूत पिशाच निकट नहीं आवे महावीर जब नाम सुनावे नासै रोग हरै सब पीरा जपत निरंतर हनुमत वीरा संकट ते हनुमान छुड़ावे मन क्रम वचन ध्यान जो लावे सब पर राम तपस्वी राजा तिनके काज सकल तुम साजा और मनोरथ जो कोई लावे सोई अमित जीवन फल पावे चारों जुग परताप तुम्हारा है प्रसिद्ध जगत उजियारा साधु संत के तुम रखवारे असुर निकंदन राम दुलारे अष्ट सिद्धि नौ निधि के दाता असवर दीन जानकी माता राम रसायन तुम्हारे पासा सदा रहो रघुपति के दासा तुम्हारे भजन राम को पावे जन्म जन्म के दुख बिसरावे अंत काल रघुबर पुर जाई जहाँ जन्म हरि भक्त कहाई और देवता चित्तन धरई हनुमत से सर्व सुख करई संकट कटे मिटे सब पीरा जो सुमिरे हनुमत बलबीरा जय 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 हनुमान गोसाई कृपा करहु गुरुदेव की नाई जो सत बार पाठ कर कोई छूट ही बंदी महासुख होई जो यह पढ़े हनुमान चालीसा होय सिद्धि साखी गौरी सा तुलसीदास सदा हरि चेरा की जय नाथ हृदय महडेरा पवन तनय संकट हरन मंगल मूर्ति रूप राम लखन सीता सहित हृदय बसहु सुर भूप सियावर रामचंद्र की जय पवन सुत हनुमान की जय उमापति महादेव की जय।
Thank you so much, each and everyone. We will see you on next Earth Vivek Channel Satra. Till then,